All he did was take off his shirt before starting work, but he never expected it to spark such interest from his employer. With her husband away on a business trip, the wealthy woman wasted no time inviting the young man inside for a drink. Mowing the lawn suddenly became secondary. As she spoke, she reached for him and even promised to help him get ahead in life by at least 10 years. Shocked, the young man bolted. He had just arrived in town and had never encountered anything like this. As the woman continued trying to seduce him, he fled in terror. Furious, the woman, unaccustomed to rejection, immediately called the agency that had referred him. While the female recruiter apologized profusely to the wealthy woman, the young man returned, still confused. He had no idea why a simple landscaping job had turned into such a bizarre encounter. Seeing his clueless expression, the recruiter pulled out a photo album filled with pictures of handsome young men. She explained that if he was willing to meet all his employer's requests while working, he could easily make over $10,000 a month. But the young man wasn't tempted in the slightest. As a high school student with just 2.5 years until graduation, he refused to compromise his dignity. Without hesitation, he quit on the spot and walked out. Jack had just moved to town with his family. On their first day in the new house, their neighbor, the same female recruiter, warmly introduced herself and even brought over some homemade food. Impressed by her hospitality, Jack's mother invited her inside. But the moment she stepped into their home, her eyes were drawn to Jack, the young and handsome newcomer. When she learned that Jack had just transferred schools and was looking for a part-time job, she immediately mentioned that she owned an agency and could offer him well-paying work. At first, Jack hesitated, but later, in school, he overheard a classmate talking about working for the woman and how well she paid. Encouraged by this, Jack decided to give it a shot. With an empty wallet and no other prospects, he knocked on the woman's door after school. She instantly knew why he had come. After a brief introduction to the job, Jack was given his first assignment. But before he could even start working, the wealthy woman at his job made unwanted advances. Disgusted, he immediately quit. That night, upon returning home, he was shocked to find the recruiter sitting in his living room. Before he could react, his mother excitedly explained that the woman had given her a car as a gift to help her find better work opportunities. Sensing something was off, Jack was about to refuse when the recruiter slyly reminded him that he now had a car loan to repay. With no other choice, Jack reluctantly accepted the next job assignment.